So part part two, but that is literally how I feel about certain things, and I feel like sometimes certain things are just better not said. But people gotta always speak their mind and always try to be like, "Oh, I'm not embarrassing you. I'm just talking about you in front of your face." Okay, you're talking about you in front of your face, but then again, you might embarrass that person at the same time and don't think about the embarrassment that comes with it, because at the end of the day you might just say like, oh, I'm saying something, but you don't realize that it hurts people's feelings when you embarrass them like that. And then and then you got people begging for an answer now because you wanted to put them on the spot like that, and that's not fair and that's not cool. You just like to make people upset. So, and especially if you don't respect how they feel, but you are so busy comparing, like, oh, well, you did this, you did that. No, why do you have to use it against people just to make yourself look better? See, that's the problem too. We judge people so much and we compare so much that it's not perfect. And then you want to be like, oh, you're mean to this person, so I can be mean to you. Like, no, two wrongs don't make a right. And yes, you can teach them right from wrong, but at the same time, you don't have to play tit for tat all the time. And that's the problem. A lot of people like to play tit for tat because it's gonna get them somewhere, and you don't understand boundaries either, because they think boundaries is not a big deal to learn. They think just because they're at a certain age means that they have to not means that they don't have to learn about that. And that's the problem. That's why we argue so much, because we're too much alike. There's too much comparison. Why do we have to act like each other just to satisfy somebody? Because at the end of the day, we can't satisfy anybody for ourselves. But they always want to sit there. They always want to talk and call you ungrateful, call you like the most disrespectful person in the world when you're basically not disrespectful, when you don't even give people a chance to talk and open their mouth, but you just automatically assume they're ungrateful and disrespectful. Because when people say no, they don't like something or they don't want something, respect that. And don't make them feel bad about not taking it. You have that right to say no. You have the right to say no. And people should respect that instead of isolating and manipulating you to make you feel bad, to make you feel like you're this awful person because you don't want to do certain things. Because that's the vibe that I always got as a child, and I still possibly still get to this day, and I don't like it, because you feel like you have to up please somebody just to get them to leave you alone, but it never happens. It just feels like you always have to satisfy somebody just to get them to leave me alone and not enjoy that person's company, instead of always judging about what they have on, about what they're using, about everything goes wrong with them. It's like you can't have a decent time with somebody if they're always complaining, they're always talking, they're always trying to isolate you, they're always trying to make you feel bad about doing the right thing, especially when you know the truth. And that's the thing. Just because we're disabled doesn't mean we're going to sit there and lie for you just to have your back. Because we're not. If you're wrong, you're wrong. Because you're so quick to tell me I'm wrong, but you don't want to tell yourself that you're wrong too. You don't. And that's the problem too, because people always got to think like, "Oh my god, just because you're disabled, you don't understand. So let's just bully her and let's just make her feel like she's an awful person in the world. No, you have to think about where it's coming from. And you have to think about everything. You don't even give people a chance to say it or correct themselves. But you wanna sit there and you wanna tell them, oh, you gonna pay for it? You don't even give people a chance to open their mouth. And you claim that you did and you didn't. But people want to take your side just to get you to hush because you can't handle an argument. Because you can't handle the fact that you're wrong. Because you can't handle the fact that you don't have control over somebody anymore. And then you're trying to control them because they're disabled and they don't have the mind of their own to say no, or they don't have their mind of their own to be respected. That's the thing about it, that you think just because we're disabled, we're just supposed to just do what you want and please the fuck out of you. But in reality, we feel like we just have to live off of you and copy you, and we're not going to copy you. We're our own person. We have a right to say no. So, at the end of the day, if you can't respect that, then I can't be cool with you. And that's the truth. Because some people just think they know everything about you and think they know how you are. But in reality, people change. Some people change to better themselves. Some people change to worsen themselves. And the people that worsen themselves, just think it's so funny to just bully a disabled person. So, it's not. But at the end of the day, you know what you stand by and you know what you're doing. And you don't think it's okay to hurt somebody. You think it's okay to hurt somebody. But in reality, it's not okay. Stop bullying people. Because it's only going to make the situation worse.